Hey, Commander Fennec here, and in what's turning out to be a little bit of a tradition here, I thought we'd prepare for Season 4 of Star Trek Lower Decks by getting Mouse to compile the reviews we did for Season 3.
What did you think of Season 3?
Checking my ratings. It seems like it was the most uneven season of the lot, with dizzying highs and appalling lows.
But that's very conditional, though.
Of course. It's based on the condition that I like the episode, or not. How are you doing, Mouse?
Well, you know the funniest thing happened? When I rejigged them for the widescreen format, I noticed we'd misplaced the original footage from a couple of those reviews. Again? You incompetent rodent, why does this keep happening? Wait till I get to your quarters and you'll see what I'm gonna do with you. Where did he go?
So last season ended on a cliffhanger with the Cerritos grounded and Captain Mariner arrested for a crime she did not commit. Yeah, but what did you think about the theme park? I was definitely not expecting that. Nor I. Would have expected something a little more respectful. Agreed. At least we finally got to see the statue. Indeed. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and we're back with our lower deckers as Beckett feels she must do something to prove her mother's innocence and drags the rest of the team along for the ride. The story is actually a lot of fun, and as is customary for this series, it's filled with nods to previous events from Star Trek lore. Many are just for fun and don't bear any significance to the story, while others are pretty integral to the plot. I must admit I did enjoy the guest voice of a particular Star Trek character. Our team do their best to save their captain, but the final twist in the end reminds us who really calls the shots. Rewarding grounded, 3 paws. I beam onto the bridge and do my review.
A transporter malfunction temporarily turns you into an amoeba, and Gigi is promoted to Minute Reviewer.
What? Yay! Hey, Commander Gigi here, and this episode was a lot of fun. It was a comedy of errors from beginning to end, and I'm giving it all of my spots, and wait, no! Sorry, I just had to intervene. This episode was actually subpar. A comedy of errors can be great fun, but it only works if the so-called errors don't happen by design, and this wasn't the case here. On top of that, the story didn't really bring anything new to the table, and Boimler's arc is something we've seen many times before, and done better, I might add. I'm awarding the least dangerous game 1.5 paws.
Really?
What about the appearance of our favorite Klingon? But that's what the half paw's for. Share your thoughts in the comments.
Ooh, can I say it?
Okay, Gigi, it's all yours.
Live long, and may the Force be with you.
How do you do the hand thing?
You beam down to the planet, which reveals your scariest nightmares.
Snakes?
Clowns? The Borg?
All 3 combined.
Hey, Commander Fennec here, and what seems like a pretty standard story at first, after all, there were inescapable vibes of the Man Trap and the Devil in the Dark. By the end, the episode morphed into something quite original. I also do like it when an A story and a B story actually meet by the end to resolve each other in a pretty satisfying way. One thing that bugs me though is how childish the show can be sometimes. Yes, I know it's animated, but that doesn't mean it's aimed at children. In fact, the links to other Star Trek shows and most of the content clearly indicate it's made for an adult audience, so why the baby stuff? Maybe because animation still isn't recognized as an adult medium in the States? Rick and Morty? Fair point. I'm awarding Mining the Mind's Minds 2.5 paws.
All we have to do is reverse the polarity of the anti-cornfield, and this will boost kernel efficiency by 0.5%.
What's up with McClark? He's been spending way too much time too close to the warp core. These engineers, they never know when to relax.
Working is how we relax.
Hey, Commander Fennec here, and we've got 2 separate stories in this one. Just like last episode, only this time, it's Rutherford who's separated from the rest of the lower deckers. And well, nothing much happens to be honest. The engineering staff have to learn to relax, and the rest of our team try to game a room allocation lottery, and that's pretty much it. We get to explore some parts of the ship we didn't see before, but to be frank, it's a pretty forgettable episode. Last season appeared to have a thread running through it. After 4 episodes, this one feels pretty aimless and uninspiring. I'm awarding Room for Growth 1.5 paws. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and what's going on?
Interesting. A transporter malfunction has temporarily yanked you from the past.
Oh, thankfully you'll soon be sent back to your proper timeline.
Who are you people? This might be hard to take in. We're you. What?
And he's gone.
Good. One's destiny should never be revealed too soon.
Where is he? Oh, I missed me.
I was starting to get progressively more disappointed with Lower Decks, but wouldn't you know it, they certainly turned it around with this one. The main story is about Rutherford, and this is quite possibly the best one centered around that character to date. It fleshes out the squeaky clean by-the-book engineer and hopefully sets something up for the future. I was expecting Mariner and Boimler's B story to be a goofy waste of time, but it grew well as it progressed, ending with an unexpected role reversal which might also lead to something else down the line. So overall, good storytelling and intriguing teases. I'm awarding reflections 3 paws. Making your way in the quadrant today takes everything you've got.
Sometimes you want to go back to your favorite space station.
You wanna see Keanu Reeves playing with Sisko's ball.
What the is baseball, dude? Oh, right. Carry on.
You wanna go
Back to DS9.
Hey, Commander Fennec here, and welcome to Menagerie Station, because that's pretty much what this show is about, as it's crammed to the gills with Easter eggs from the best Star Trek show, Deep Space Nine. I thought Mariner's side adventure was pretty tame, to be honest, and didn't contribute to the rest of the plot. Still, it was an okay character moment. The funnest part was Tandy's arc. There was a nice and satisfying turn of events, but it does make me wonder if her newly revealed skills will come in handy in the future, or if they'll just be forgotten. All in all, Hero Trust Nothing is pretty average, and I'm awarding it 2 paws. Hey, ever wondered what happened to Peanut Hamper, the exocom from the Season 1 finale?
The one that ditched her crew and saved herself?
The very same. Nah, not really. Well, you're about to find out all the same. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and this was an unexpected turn of events as we focus on a pretty selfish robot and we check what's been happening to her since we last saw her. And I must say, it was a pretty good story. Totally not what I thought was going to happen. Oh, sure, you think the events are taking you down a particular well-trodden path, and the outcome is totally telegraphed. Or is it? There are quite a few twists and turns making these 26 minutes highly entertaining and enjoyable, and even better, this time, they're not passing off Easter eggs as an excuse for a story. And guess what?
What?
Jeffrey Combs makes a surprise return appearance.
As who? A Ferengi? A Vorta? A Kandorian?
Shh. Spoilers. I'm awarding a mathematically perfect redemption 3.5 paws.
An anti-corn kernel is stuck in the Matrix flow chamber. Mouse, hand me my wrench.
Where is it?
Right there by the... GG!
That was awesome! Let's try it again.
Computer, launch the sequel.
Hey, Commander Fennec here, and it looks like the juvenile jokes that have plagued the start of this season are behind us.
Really? You want to jinx it?
It'll be fine. This sequel to the original holodeck movie adventure has more depth of character than the first, and shows just how far our lower deckers have come since the first season. There's a very potent development from Boimler, with a deeper level of character introspection than we usually get for this show, making it all the better for it. Couple that with great ludicrous action, a determined Tilly, Rutherford making sure he gets the most fun out of the experience, a wonderful cameo, and we have a winner on our hands. I'm awarding Crisis Point 2 Paradoxus the full 4 paws. Okay, guess which system the Cerritos are visiting this week? You gotta give me something to go on. 1, Picard changed the culture of and left, never to return. Malcor 3. No, Beta 3? That was Kirk. Gamma Trianguli 6. Kirk again. Oh, sorry, Rubicon 3? Not this time. Mintaka 3. Nope, you'll never guess. Angel 1? Nope. Oh! Hey, Commander Fennec here, and remember Symbiosis from TNG's first season? Well, the Cerritos are off visiting those worlds to check up on their progress since Picard's visit years prior. But that's only part of the story, and there's a lot going on here. The biggest surprise and most impactful for our protagonist is sadly a cliched misunderstanding that is a way too overused trope. If there was one writing trick I'd love to see the back of, that would be it. But they're clearly setting up something for the finale, and they couldn't think of a better way to achieve it, so... I'm awarding trusted sources 2 paws. You know, there's something to be said about human ingenuity over silicon AI. You're right, and that's been Star Trek's position since day one. Remember M5 from the Ultimate Computer?
Control.
Nomad?
Where are you going with this? Do you think we'll reach a stage where our captain serves no useful purpose? A Captain Dunsel?
I sure hope not.
Hey, Commander Fennec here, and last week's disappointing episode ended on a cliffhanger, but the show got right on with it and concluded that story, including resolving a thread that had been tantalizingly hinted at earlier this season, to create an enjoyable entertainment with no hint of any juvenile humor that has plagued this show too often. The stakes were higher than before. We got to see the results of our characters growing over time, and to be frank, it was a great ride from beginning to end. And awarding the stars at night, the full 4 paws. What a way to end the season. You got that right. Share your thoughts in the comments. Live long, and may the Force be with you.
Just because I got stuck out there for weeks, Mouse, doesn't mean you have to treat this like a fun little jaunt.
Maybe not, but it was so worth it.
Why did you go outside anyway?
Ah, there you are.
Uh-oh.
Come back here, you miscreant, you unreliable media misplacer.
It must be Monday. This sort of stuff only ever happens on a Monday.